When you follow the lines on our map, you can see how past decisions affect how we live today. Because of the map, Georgia is trying to change its border with Tennessee, and Maine has one of the strangest shapes in the Union. Why? Water. And there's one region where water may actually shape the future. The American Southwest.
Everything west of about the 100th meridian is arid country. It's desert. And unless it is modified by human activity, it's essentially uninhabitable, at least uninhabitable in any large scale. And so if you want to get a lot of people in a place like Las Vegas, you somehow have to command enough water to get people there. Water is the critical thing.
Nevada embodies how water shaped the western states. Its largest city is Las Vegas. With 2 million residents, it consumes 255 million gallons of water every day. I'm only a few miles outside Las Vegas, and it's plainly obvious that this is not an ideal place to build a gigantic city. It's the driest state in the United States, and this is the Mojave Desert. So, where does Las Vegas get its water from?
I don't know either.
And I would say it's imported by truck.
Ooh, I know, Lake Mead.
Correct. Lake Mead, the country's largest reservoir. The Hoover Dam blocks the Colorado River and forms Lake Mead. It's all a wonder of engineering, but things don't look so wonderful right now. That bathtub ring means one thing: water levels are dropping. So the depletion of the water supply that comes from the Colorado River is pretty evident. The white line, the demarcation you see on the mountains here, is really an alkaline marker or a line that shows you where the water once was. And that water line drops down more than 100 feet and has done so since the 1990s. So where is all the water going? Well, the Colorado River is used by 7 states. It's the nation's driest region, so each state has staked its claim to the water. Now, the growth of western cities is sucking the river dry. What states do you think are most adversely affected by the drop in the Colorado River?
What they're talking about right now is Arizona and Nevada are going to have a pretty big impact on the water conservation.
Okay.
Nevada, Arizona, California. California uses the most out of this whole system.
California uses the most out of the whole system.
Right. About 4.5 million acre feet go to them. We store water for California. That's one of the big reasons why they built this dam. Is to store water for Southern California.
Why does California have a claim on the river? Well, the map holds all the answers.
When California became a state, when it created its own boundaries, they were primarily these straight line boundaries that were keeping these mountains in California for the gold, but they also had a concern about water. That eastern boundary of California, a nice straight line, and then it squiggles. That squiggle that goes down to the Gulf of California is the Colorado River.
For 80 years, the river was just a line on the map. But starting in the 1930s, California began draining off the Colorado. They turned desert into farmland, now producing almost 80% of America's winter vegetables. So how much water does California take from the Colorado? 1.5 trillion gallons. More than is consumed by Seattle, Las Vegas, St. Louis, Minneapolis, Chicago, New Orleans, Miami, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City combined. Or more than enough to cover all of New Jersey in 1 foot of water every year. These Californians. God, they're
They could be good.
They're always creating problems for the rest of the country. I say that as a Californian.